Clutter impacts your physical space in an obvious way, but some people don't realize that clutter can have negative mental health effects too. Of course, everyone isn't affected by clutter in the same way, but by becoming aware of how much clutter you have and whether you experience any stress as a result, you'll be better able to discern if there's an opportunity for you to modify your physical space and improve your mental health. Hey guys, welcome back. So, today we are going to declutter the mind and address all of the clutter in my room. Last week I tried to record a video of myself cleaning out my closet, and right in the middle of me recording that video, my pet cat Cleo, who was pregnant at the time, went into labor. So I literally had to stop everything that I was doing to help her out. And then after that, it just kind of been really busy with taking care of the kittens. But now that I've gotten some free time, let me just show you. So this is the pile. A lot of this came from the closet, and I still haven't taken all of the clothes from my winter storage and my spring storage out, and there's still some clothes in the dressers that I need to take out as well. But it's time. I have a lot of clothes, as you can see. It feels pretty vulnerable to show you guys this, but I think it's also important to show, what happens when you get so caught up in life and you don't take the time out to declutter your home or keep it clean. Like, I have so many clothes, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who has this problem. So today I thought I'd take this opportunity to use a method I've been wanting to try for a very long time, and it's called the KonMari method. The KonMari method is a cleanup method created by pro organizer Marie Kondo. You may have seen her Netflix series Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. So how it works is it has a minimalism inspired approach to where you tackle your stuff category by category rather than room by room. The goal of the KonMari method is to have a house full of items that spark joy. But today we're only going to focus on our clothes, as trying to do the whole house, just as she states, would take way more than a day. I think she said 6 months. So we're just going to focus on the clothes. I think they're the biggest problem for me right now. So there is another YouTuber that has practiced this method. I follow her quite frequently. Her name is Lavender. And a couple years ago, she made a checklist on following the KonMari method. And so I went ahead and printed it out. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but here's how the process goes. It's how to tidy in the KonMari way. Number 1, you start by discarding. And then 2, tidy by category, lay it all out. 3, tidy in the right order. 4, thank your things as you discard them. And then designate a space for each item. So take a look at that. And then inside the categories, there's things like tops, bottoms. And if you guys want a copy of this, I'll actually put a link to Lavender's blog where you can print this. But today, how we're going to do this method is, 1, we're going to stick to the clothes, and I will be first separating them by my summer spring clothes and my winter fall clothes. And then we're going to go through each of these categories based off of the tops, bottoms, clothes, socks. Yeah, it sounds like a lot. Don't worry, my editing skills will take out all of the extra fluff. So go ahead, come with me, and let's just go ahead and take out all of the clothes in this room and throw them on the floor. I am scared. So the very first thing I'm going to do is basically take all my clothes out of the dresser. I've already taken all my clothes out the closet, as you can see in the back. and I'm just going to throw them all out in the middle of the floor. After that, we're going to separate the clothes based off of winter, fall, and summer, spring. What do you think, Cleo? This is already scary, isn't it? Cleo's gonna supervise me while I do this. Alright, Cleo, thank you. It's such a big pile. Anybody else feeling a sense of dread? I do not want to go through this, but I know I have to. Alright guys, so I have a basket. I don't think it's big enough, but I'm going to use this basket to see if I can put all of my winter clothes in it. I don't think it's gonna fit. What I might do is just do a suggestion that I've seen other people do, and that's to use the bed. Use the bed and to separate out everything. So I'll probably use the bed and the floor, maybe, and see how that works out. Alright, let's go. So at this point, I am separating the clothes based off of the seasons. I decided to go ahead and put all of my winter clothes on top of the bed and then leave everything that I could wear in the spring and summer on the floor. So let's go. The biggest question I tend to ask myself when separating my my winter fall clothes from my summer spring clothes is I'll pick up one of the thicker fabrics and ask myself, would I be able to wear this in the summer? Would I be able to wear this in the spring and still feel comfortable? And then I kind of listen to my body. If there's like a knee-jerk reaction and my immediate response is no, I'd be hot in that, then I just go ahead and put it in the winter fall pile on the bed. But yeah, and if I find any other miscellaneous items or things like underwear and stuff like that, then I decided that I was going to just put all that stuff in the basket that I showed you guys earlier. But yeah, that's what I do. Alright guys, so I have all of the spring clothes sitting over there, and then I've got my winter clothes up top. All that's left is all of the clothes that were hanging in the closet. I gotta go through those. Let's power through this. So at one point I came across some of my husband's clothes that were hung up, so I decided to go ahead and put them in the other room. I thought it was better to give him an opportunity to decide what clothes he wanted to keep or not. Right now I'm just focusing on my own clothes. I did do a little bit of cleaning afterwards because there was some broken hangers and stuff like that, so I went ahead and threw those out as well. Alright, so these are all my winter clothes. Based off of this KonMari method is we're going to sort it by tops, bottoms, clothes that should be hung up like jackets, coats, suits, socks, underwear, bags, accessories, clothes for specific events like swimsuits and uniforms, and then finally shoes. I feel like it's better to take this slow. If you try to do everything on this list, you're gonna get overwhelmed. So let's just focus on tops and bottoms for now. Anything else outside of that is just gonna stay in this big pile right here. So at this point, I'm just kind of shifting through the winter pile and taking all the sweaters, all the tops, all the blouses, and I'm throwing them on the floor. This is just easier for me and it keeps me from getting overwhelmed. So this is what we're going to start off with, and then I move on to the bottoms like pants, skirts, things of that nature. Alright, so now after separating that big pile of winter clothes by just my tops, pile doesn't seem as overwhelming or menacing, so I can now start going through the tops for my winter clothes. It is mentioned that when you go through your clothes, it's good to start off by holding the item in your hand. Marie Kondo really emphasizes the idea of holding the item in your hand while you ask the question, does this spark joy? While I do believe that that question is going to help, and I will be asking myself that, I do feel like there are a few other questions that you can ask yourself to help better determine whether or not you want to keep the clothes you want or not. For some clothes, I don't really know how to feel, so I kind of have to go based off of other things. But we are going to start with that question, does this spark joy? So let's start. I'm going to be categorizing the clothes based off of clothes that I am going to keep, clothes that I am going to donate, and clothes that I'm going to throw away. 9 times out of 10, the clothes that are going to be thrown away are clothes that are worn out or torn or something like that. On the extra here, right on the T, there's a bleach stain, and then there's a bleach stain down below. This doesn't spark joy in me. Have I worn it in the past? Does it fit me? It does fit me. Have I worn it in the past year? I think I wore it like once. I think I'm going to throw this away. So I'm going to put it in the throw away pile. Alright, so I have a pile of clothes here that I am donating and or throwing away. And Marie Kondo always suggests that when you're throwing an item away or donating it, that you hold it in your hand and you actually take the time out to thank the piece of clothing or item for the memories and for it helping you out on the days where you needed it before you discard it. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a very sentimental person. And I think this exercise will help me in letting go of items. Thank you, Pink Sweater, for your help in keeping me warm, keeping me safe on days where I needed you. Thank you for helping me. So I think that's the best I could do. Marie did this so much better. So try that out as you go through your clothes after you sorted out your clothes based off of the ones you're keeping, the ones that you're donating, and the ones that you are throwing away. You can do it as you're discarding them. So all right, let's move on to the next step, shall we? That's our bottoms. Alright guys, this is what's left of my winter pile. That was a lot of cleaning up to do. That is nuts how much I got rid of. But I have this storage cube organizer. It's really neat. I use this to store in the closet for later. And all my winter stuff is gonna go in this box. I'm pretty sure all of this is gonna be able to fit in here. Whereas in the past, it'd be hard to, I would need at least a couple of these. Wow, I cannot believe I was able to fit all of that in there. All my winter clothes are up. Wow, that was actually pretty easy. I mean, it's hard because you have to take the time out to sit down and really go through your clothes, but it feels really amazing once you finish. Well, we're not finished yet. I still have my spring clothes. Okay guys, So we're gonna go ahead and basically do the same technique that we did with my winter clothes, my winter fall clothes, with my summer spring clothes. So let's go ahead and divide this up into bottoms and tops. All right, let's go. Guys, when I tell you I was shocked, and it really was an eye-opener doing this KonMari method, because I was always under the impression that I had more winter clothes than I did spring clothes. Or in this case, more winter fall clothes than summer spring. Going through this pile made me realize, like, yeah, you might actually have more summer spring clothes than you realized. So yeah, I'm gonna fast forward and then just kind of skip ahead. So yeah. All right, that is all my spring clothes. This is gonna take a while. I forgot that this was here. This is actually more spring clothes. I think more than anything, this is telling me that I gotta get rid of some stuff. I gotta get rid of some stuff. Alright, so I have pretty much separated all of my tops based off of my keep pile, my donate pile, and there's my throwaway pile. So yeah, so that's what we've got working with. So as you guys can see, I'm throwing away a few of my clothes, and I'm also donating others. Like I mentioned beforehand, I took the time out to thank all of my items for serving their purpose with me by keeping me warm or keeping me clothed, or just the amazing memories that came with wearing some of them. It was a bittersweet goodbye for definitely a few pieces of clothing, but I must say that by the time I got rid of everything and kind of looked on my bed and saw what I had left, I actually felt a little bit better, a whole lot better actually. So I basically folded the clothes and separated based off of my tops for work. There's my workout shirts, and then finally there's my casual tops. So time to put them up. This one's about to be hard. Ooh, did not know I had this many pants. Jesus. Alright guys, same method. Let's go ahead and separate this by keep, donate, or throw away. I don't know what's going on, but I think I'm running out of room. Memory on my phone. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go ahead and skip over to the end result. I'm going to give you guys my final verdict on the KonMari method and whether or not it really worked out for me or not. Alright guys, so I finished putting up everything and everything looks amazing. I have all my winter clothes put up in storage cubes, and I only needed one storage cube, which was pretty amazing. And I managed to put up all of my clothes that needed to be hung up. The closet looks like it has way more space than it did last time. It was very easy to put all of my clothes in my dressers. I definitely would recommend this method to anybody who's looking for a way to declutter your clothes, but do it in a way in which you can kind of comprehend, and it's not an overwhelming method. So I had to get dressed and get ready because I'm actually about to leave. But once again, I highly recommend this method. Let me know in the comments sections if this method worked out for you, and if not, What methods would you personally recommend when it comes to decluttering your space or your clothes? Let me know, because I need all the help I can get, okay? All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.